All right. All right. Welcome everybody live today to do our weekly Ascended Illumination energy reading for today, Thursday, October 5th through Wednesday, October 11th. So Cindy here. So the way we do this every week, Tori and I, on Thursdays, we go live to give a little energy reading for the week for you guys. And we do it a little bit differently at the beginning. So today I am going to have you guys pick number 1, 2, or 3. So whatever number you are drawn to, you're going to pick number 1, 2, or 3. And then for each number, I am going to do a reading based off of the number that you have chosen. And it's a little bit of a insight as far as the days to come, as far as the energy surrounding whatever it is that you may need to know for the week. So before we get started, I actually want to let everybody know about a healing special that I am running from now until the end of October. So for those of you who may not know, I'm really passionate about violet flame Reiki and quantum Reiki as well. So I decided to offer special pricing for a 30-minute violet flame or quantum Reiki session. So typically a healing session is about 1:30, but for the month of October, if you book in the month of October, you will receive a 30-minute healing with the violet flame or quantum Reiki for only $77. So if that is something that you are interested in, please feel free to message me here at Up Avalon Enchanted, or if you are watching this replay on my Violet Flame Intention page, feel free to message me on that as well. So 30 minutes, $77, typically 130. So, as far as the Violet Flame, I love working with the energy of the violet flame because rather than just, working with the client and releasing the energy and, pulling out any negative stagnant energy, the violet flame actually transmutes that energy into positive energy, which is very powerful because rather than just releasing, you actually can harness that positive energy, bring it back to you, and let it help you with whatever it is that you may be working on with yourself. Quantum Reiki, I love quantum Reiki, is a multi-dimensional healing energy. So it's the highest form of Reiki available today. It is very powerful, and it does really help release whatever needs to be released. And it's on a higher vibrational level. So just a quick overview. So if you're interested in either of those, please feel free to reach out to me. All right, so let's get started. So again, 1, 2, or 3. So whichever number calls out for you. And we are going to start with those who chose number 1. So I picked the initial cards prior to coming on live. So if you chose number 1, okay, we have Mintaken. Okay, so as far as this card and the energy surrounding the week, this is kind of, having that feeling of longing for something, longing for belonging, longing for, a place to call home. Okay, so let's see what we got as far as this card is concerned for those of you who chose number 1. All right, so the first card we have is the Moon. And with the Moon coming up, it's kind of falling in line with that longing piece to it. Okay, feeling like there's something else, feeling like it could even be like you're missing something. Just there's something that's hidden right below the surface that's wanting to come up. Okay, and just feeling that need for more, feeling that need that there is something else there, maybe that you're not seeing right now. So the next card we have is the Two of Cups. All right. And where the Two of Cups comes in with this Moon card and that feeling of, belonging, feeling of longing for something, with the Two of Cups coming up, as far as the energy is concerned, I'm feeling like if you chose one, there needs to be a little bit of a balance that needs to come in. Okay. So you may be feeling that you don't belong. You may be feeling like there's something more that you're missing because emotionally, you may be feeling a little bit off balance. Okay. So how are you going to bring that balance back, especially when it comes as far as emotions are concerned? What are you giving to your relationships? Are you giving more than you are receiving? Okay. And it doesn't just have to be romantic relationships. It can be any type of relationship, even if it's the relationship you have with your career, with your job. Okay. Something is out of balance right now that is making you really like internalize and having that feeling like there should be more than this. Okay. So as far as the week that's coming up, okay, really focusing on where you can get your emotions back in balance, as far as, are you being drained emotionally? Are you giving more than receiving? So it's really going to be important for this week to take a look at that. Okay, do a little bit of a internalizing and see where, what aspects in your life right now you may be being drained. Okay, let's get another card. All right, so we also have the King of Wands. All right, so with the King of Wands coming in, it's kind of, you may have to start standing your ground with certain people in certain situations. Okay, so if there is this imbalance somewhere, as far as with a person, with a situation, okay, it's the King of Wands is coming in because it's time for you to stand your ground. And for some of you, it's gonna be really expressing what it is that you expect. All right. It's setting those boundaries with people, but really, standing firm and having the belief in yourself that, you can make your voice known. Okay. That you don't have to give away, your power, your energy. Okay. Because it's really time to start taking that back. Remember, with that moon and that first card, okay, you're feeling like maybe you don't belong, or you're searching for something. Okay, so the only way you're going to find that is to really find out truly what it is that you want. Okay, and being able to stand up for what you want. Okay, because right now, if you chose one, I'm really feeling like it's like you're missing pieces. Okay, you have those pieces, but it's a matter of taking those pieces back for yourself. Okay, I'm gonna pull one more of these cards for you guys, and I guess it's this one. Okay, so we have the Fool. Okay, so the Fool is all about those new beginnings, being able to take that first step, being able to take that first leap. Okay, but not letting fear hold you back. Okay, so whatever it is that the situation is, as far as this week, now is the time to take that first step for yourself. Okay, because you're not really feeling like yourself right now. You're feeling like something is missing. So it is very, very important for you guys to take that first step with yourself and, really stand up for what it is that you really want. Stand up for what, you feel like you're missing, because you know what you're missing right now. It's just a matter of letting that come up. These cards. All right, so that makes sense. We have back and forth. So with this back and forth card coming up, let me show this to you guys. Okay. This card coming up makes a lot of sense. Okay, because if you're feeling the need to belong, if you're feeling like you're longing for something, with this back and forth, it's just kind of telling us that, you know, that's what's happening with you right now. You're going a little bit back and forth on, you know, maybe this is what I want, but I don't know, I think maybe I want this. So how are we gonna even out that energy so you're not so back and forth, you're not so up and down, because you have this longing, you really feel like there's something there that you're missing, okay? But right now you're in that back and forth type of energy. So how are we going to stabilize that energy a little bit? Decrease. Okay. So with this card coming up, the decrease card, what do you need to slow down a little bit? Okay. What is really, you know, taking all of your energy? What is putting you in that position where you're feeling a little bit drained, a little bit like you can't just, you know, push forward? Okay. So decrease. So it could be something as simple as, you know, decreasing the chaotic running from one place to another, decreasing your to-do list a little bit. Okay. So in order to get through this back and forth type of energy, it's really time to start, you know, really going in deep and thinking about what are you overextending yourself with? What do you need to start slowing down on? I'm going to do one more card for those of you. Hey, Renee. I'm going to do one more card for those of you that chose one. Creative endeavor. Okay. So, I mean, with this card coming up, it kind of makes sense. All right. Because again, with that first card, longing for something. Okay. Not having that feeling of belonging. Okay. So you got this back and forth type of energy. You need to decrease somewhere. All right. With this creative endeavor card coming up, it's kind of telling us that, or it's telling me that it's time to start doing things that make you passionate. It's time to start doing things that make you feel good about yourself. Because if you're in this type of energy, especially if with the Two of Cups card where, you know, things aren't even with maybe somebody else or a situation, okay, with this card coming in, it's kind of telling me that you really need to start focusing on what makes you happy, what makes you feel at peace. Okay. The things that you can do for yourself and not for others that really make you feel, I'm feeling like alive again. Okay. I'm going to do one more card. I'm going to do a power surrender card. All right, so if you chose one, these are the power of surrender cards. So it's going to give us a little insight on what you need to maybe surrender to or let go of in order to help you through this energy for the week. All right, so for those of you who chose one, this week we're going to work on surrender worry. All right. So make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and the faith that spirit is guiding you always. All right. So that kind of, you know, makes sense with the reading for you guys that chose one. Okay. So trying to not worry so much about, you know, what hasn't happened yet, trying not to, you know, let the anxiety of life or the anxiety of all these different choices really take over you. Okay. So trying, and I know it's very hard to try not to worry about things, but taking it one step at a time and just not let it consume you. All right. So that is number one. So we're going to move on to those who chose number two. All right, so for number two, we have answer the call. Okay, what has your soul been calling you to do? Okay, so you may be feeling that calling, especially you know, picking two with this upcoming week. Okay, because that is the energy surrounding you right now. So if you haven't really been feeling that yet, you probably will be feeling that, you know, that need to answer, you know, whatever it is that your soul is calling you to do. But let's get a little bit more into this card. Let's see what we got. All right, so we have the star. So with the star coming up, it's kind of telling me you have to trust a little bit more. So trusting the universe, okay? Because you're going to be feeling called to do something. You know, your soul is the one that's calling you to do this. Are you going to trust that call, or are you going to block it out? Okay. So really being open to whatever that calling is that you are going to be feeling, and really have the ability to, you know, really trust that, you know, the universe has your back. Trust that, you know, whatever this calling that you're feeling is meant for you. Okay. We have the King of Cups. Pull one more card quickly. So whatever this calling is that you're going to be feeling, or have even started to feel, okay, it's something that's really going to start to fulfill you emotionally. Okay. And again, it might be regarding a person, a place, situation, whatever it is, you're going to be starting to feel like really called to this something. Okay. And sometimes when we're called to things that we're not really, or we've never really experienced, it can get a little bit scary. But I'm really feeling for you guys that chose to, whatever it is that you're being called to do, it's really gonna help you feel fulfilled a little bit. And then we also have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands to me is always a victory card. Okay, so again, with that Knight of Cups coming in, this Six of Wands, whatever this calling is, not only do I feel like it's gonna, you know, start fulfilling you emotionally, also too, like it's, for some of you, it's gonna be like, oh, I finally found that missing piece that I've been missing. But on the creative side of things, you're going to be opening up to a lot more. I'm feeling a lot more opportunities coming in once you start, you know, trusting what you're being called to do. Okay. And just knowing that, you know, the universe has your back. I really feel like a lot of new creative ideas are going to start coming in. A lot of new creative endeavors are going to start coming in for you. That is really going to make you feel not only emotionally fulfilled, but also creatively fulfilled as well. So if you're kind of going through a spot where you're feeling a little bit stuck, or a little bit, you know, you don't know what you really want to do to I don't want to say make you happy, but make you feel that spark again, that is starting to come in for you guys. Let's put some of these cards as far as answering the call and what your soul is calling you to do. You got great achievement, so that's a great card to come up. So whatever it is that your soul is calling you to do right now, it's big. It's not just one of those things that, you know, oh yeah, I need to do this right now. But I feel like this is really a defining moment for you. Okay. And that's with that great achievement card. So we have Angels of the Four Directions. All right. So with this card coming up, and I'm feeling like this card has to do with more with the trusting aspect of it. So, you know, if you're having a hard time really tuning into what your soul is calling you to do, or tuning into just having that trust, you need to call in the angels of the four directions. So Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Uriel. Okay. So just calling them in, and you guides too. Just calling them in to really help you feel that connection. Because for some of you, you may, you know, not feel that connection right now. And it's time to, you know, really start tuning in and feeling that, you know, that connection again, because you are being, you know, divinely guided. Your soul is calling out to you, but where has that disconnect come in? Okay. So really start tuning in, not only to the angels of the four directions, but your higher self, your spirit team. Okay. I want to do one more card, and then we'll pull a Power of Surrender card. Okay. All right. So status quo. All right. So with this card coming up, you know, right now you're kind of just going with the flow. You're kind of just letting things just be for right now. Okay. you have to stop letting things be. Okay. As you're feeling that call, if you just let it be and if you just let it simmer, you're not going to feel that pull as much. Okay. So it's really time to start getting out of this status quo energy and really start to trust yourself. Really start, calling on your higher self and your guides to help you with, the next step. What is your soul calling you to do, and start trusting. Okay. Because remember, you got the victory card with the Six of Wands and you have great achievement. Okay. So whatever it is that you are being called to do, this is something big for you guys. But are you just going to sit around and let it pass you by? All right. So it's time to really start answering that call. Okay. Because may have been feeling this call for a while. It may not just be an upcoming thing. You may have been feeling this little nudge to do something. Now is the time to do it. All right. So we are hold on, Power of Surrender card for you guys that chose to. All right, so surrender your need to always be right. Okay. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve relationships. Okay, so another place where this card, this surrendering the need to always be right may come in is when you are feeling called to do something. Okay, sometimes when we don't have that trust, okay, when we don't have that trust in the universe, we tend to overthink things. We tend to, well, this is going to happen this certain way. Okay. But you need to, let that all go. Okay. Surrender your need to always be right about how the outcome is going to be, because whatever is calling to you, what you may have already predetermined in your mind, isn't necessarily how it's going to end up. Okay. So just starting to let go of that a little bit, surrendering that, I have to be right about this. Okay. Or I'm not going to start something because this is how it's going to happen. All right. So we are moving on to those of you who chose 3. All right. So if you chose 3, we have the initiation. Okay. So this card represents a rite of passage. Okay. About to cross over a threshold into something new. Okay. So if you've been going through a little bit of a hard time right now, or if you've been feeling a little bit uncertain about things, you are about to step across that threshold into something new, into the beginning of something new. So sometimes before we step through that threshold, it could come off of something that has been a little bit difficult. So if you chose 3 and you've been going through a little bit of a difficult time, know that you are right there, right about to cross that threshold, and really step forward with something that you really need to do. All right, so let's get a little bit more into this. All right, so first card we have is the Knight of Wands. These together because those came flying out. All right, so Knight of Wands, I have the Hermit. My cards don't want to shuffle right now. Strength. All right, so first card, Knight of Wands. All right, so where does this fall in with this first card, this initiation card? Okay, remember we talked about you're about to, cross the threshold. You're starting, this rite of passage. So if you are starting this rite of passage coming off of something that was a little bit difficult, know that with the Knight of Wands coming up, that energy is going to shift for you guys. Okay. Because, we have our highs and lows. So you may be, on that upswing of coming off of that low, but things are starting to look up as far as, energetically wise, in order to help you take that first step to cross that threshold. Something might even spark in you again, that's going to really make you feel alive again. Okay. So just remember this. Okay. And really hold on to that energy that's coming in to help you make that first step. okay? Because if you don't take that first step, you're going to be stuck in whatever kind of, stuckness that you're feeling right now. I also have the Hermit. All right, so with the Hermit coming in, specifically if you have up to this point been going through a tough time with whatever it is that may be, and you're about to step into this new this new journey, we have the Hermit because you guys need to start focusing a little bit more on healing. You need to start focusing a little bit more on whatever you've been keeping or holding inside, because in order to step forward, in order to step that into that new journey, there's a little bit of healing work that needs to be done. So whatever it is that you are, coming out of, you're still holding on a little bit to that, whatever the crap that you've been through. So it's really time to start bringing that to the surface and heal it, because remember, you're making this rite of passage. Whatever just happened is for a reason, because you need to step forward. All right. But you need to take a little bit of time to reflect. Okay. A little bit of time to bring up whatever is coming up for you guys in order to really, I'm feeling like, make that first step and step through that, that threshold, not carrying as much baggage. All right. We also have Strength. All right. So with the Strength card coming in for you guys, again, believing in yourself and having the courage and really knowing and feeling empowered that you can make it through this journey, okay? Especially if you're coming off something a little bit rocky. Sometimes when we come off something a little bit rocky, we tend to not feel like we can do as much as we could. So it's really time for you guys, not only with, the Hermit coming up and, really going in deep, but finding that courage and that strength within yourself. I'm also feeling like, some of you guys have to let go of something maybe that you've been holding on to from the past in order to, step into the new. Okay. So we have that Strength card for you guys. Let's pull a couple of these cards. My hands just don't want to work right now. All right, those of you who chose 3. All right, so we have Ascended Masters. And again, with the Ascended Masters coming in and this being a rite of passage for you guys, just knowing that you are being divinely guided, okay? Now, funny, I think it was group 2 had decrease. Was it 2 or was? I don't know. But you guys have increase, okay? So as far as increase coming in, what is it that you need to increase in your life right now in order to help you take this first step, okay? Remember, with that initiation card coming in, you're stepping through, okay? Again, I'm really feeling it's kind of coming off of something rocky, all right? So in order to build momentum and have that strength, there's something that you guys need to start increasing for yourselves, all right? And some of you with the Ascended Master card coming up would be increasing that connection, okay? So if you've been working with any specific guides, any specific Ascended Masters, and you feel like you've dropped off a little bit, you need to increase that connection again, because they're always there, helping us, supporting us, but they're not going to help us unless we ask them, okay? So what do you need to increase in your life right now to help you through this next transition in your life? One more. And then we have the Healing Light. Okay. So, again, with the Hermit, we talked about the inner work. Okay. What needs to be healed. And this is kind of just, validating for me right now that if you chose 3, it's really time to start focusing on the healing as well. Not only that rite of passage, not only taking that step forward to start something new again. Okay, but you guys have to focus on your healing, all right, whatever it may be. All right, so let's pull one of the Power of Surrender cards for you guys. All right, so you guys have surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. Okay, so as far as surrendering the drama, remember, you guys chose the initiation, okay? And it's the rite of passage. It's moving past something. It's starting a new journey. And again, I'm really feeling for a lot of you, up to that point, it has been a little bit rocky. Okay. So not allowing that drama to come back in. All right. Again, you guys that chose 3, there's a lot of stuff revolving around healing coming in. Okay. So as you're doing that healing work, okay, as you're going in again, you have the Hermit too, not falling back into the drama that was surrounding whatever you just came out of. Okay. It's really time to start putting your foot down and setting the boundaries not to be sucked back into that drama again. All right. Well, that's what I have you guys. Have you guys? Yeah, that's what I have for you guys this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If you are watching the replay, please comment hashtag replay so Tori and I can, see how far this is getting, and if it's helpful for everybody. And then you are very welcome, Renea. And then just a reminder for the month of October, I am running a special on Violet Flame Reiki as well as Quantum Reiki. So typically a full session is $130, but I am doing a special pricing because I feel like, a lot more people need to experience both Violet Flame and Quantum Reiki. So I'm doing half-hour healing sessions for only $77. So if you would like to connect with me and learn more about that, please feel free to private message us. And other than that, I hope you have a great rest of the week. And Tori will be seeing you next Thursday. Have a great day. Bye.